Send the chicks out.
Remember to engage the rail.
You keep falling down, I keep pushing you out and wish you were gone. You keep falling down, I keep pushing you out and wish you were gone.
Did you see that?
We get out there, I reckon.
If you ever talk to me,
Brings back good memories.
we could all shake our hands instead of playing that game.
Welcome back to Rivals. With the finish line in sight, let's take a look back at the series so far. 8 of the most iconic female surfers of all time, 2 months to pick a window, and 2 hours to get it done. The public and our professional judging panel have locked in the scores, and a winner will be crowned by the end of the episode.
We don't want to beat the most. See, this is where I should have that competitive thing going more. I consider everybody someone to be able to win this thing. I don't count anyone out.
You know, I could say that I just want to have fun and surf my best and do all that stuff, but, you know, on the back of my mind, of course I want to win.
Everyone. I always want to beat everybody. I love to win. I love to hold a trophy.
Obviously, I'd like to win. I'd like to beat them all.
Well, let's face it, I wasn't close to winning a world title, but you know, if I could just win one heat against Chelsea, that'd be pretty exciting. That'd be nice. So then I can just give her like a dig every now and again in the office and be like, so who won?
Skaz and I work in the office together. You know, we'll throw in a sly little joke here and there just to get each other going.
I like to have a little stir every now and again. Gotta like, you know, spice it up a little bit. Make her think that I've actually got a chance when I probably don't.
I mean, the obvious is Lane. You know, it's because she's won so many world titles. Like, our whole generation would love to beat her.
Well, I'm a competitive beast. Obviously, my trophy room shows that. It demonstrates how much I love to compete and love to win. In saying that, I feel like the odds are a little bit against me in this particular series.
Yeah, no, Lano's been pretty good. Like, I think for Lane in this, with the rivals, with the girls, I feel like Lane would she just wants everyone to showcase. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that as well as Lano would like, you know, because some of us have kids and some of us have got to do the washing before we go to our rivals' heat. So there's a few distractions now. So yeah, it's just throwing your hat in the ring and having some fun and seeing how you go, and hopefully not looking like too much of a kook because it's so unfit.
Watch out, girls. I'm coming for you.
You know, winning period, then you beat everybody, right? When you're number one, everybody falls behind you, you know?
That's right, Rochelle, winners are grinners. Let's take a look back at the season that was. It was the 7-time world champ Lane Beachley first up, taking her local beach break, freshwater to pieces. Kate Scarrett, aka Wilkins, gave her beloved Yamba Point a thorough going over. Sam Cornish almost needed an outrigger canoe when the rains set in at Crescent Head. A day later and a few hundred kilometres north, former world champ Chelsea Hedges picked the eyes out of the same swell at her local beach break. Then it was Serena Brooke, who looked to score Noosa's famous points but came up with a classic sunny coast beach break instead. Next it was across the Pacific to Peru to catch up with the former child prodigy turned world champ and first ever surfing Olympian Sofia Milanovic. Pioneering tube pig Rochelle Ballard narrowly avoided a natural disaster and a nasty run-in with a wild boar to surf a less than ideal Kauaian reef break. Fellow Kauaian queen and core lord cone fiend iconoclast of the highest order, Keala Kennelly, was forced to withdraw after sustaining a serious injury on a serious send at an unnamed outer reef, leaving it to the 2-time pipe winner and West Australian hellwoman Claire Bevilacqua to bring it home.
There's going to be a few diamonds amongst the raft, and it's got to make sure that I'm on the diamonds because there's Freshie is a notorious closeout.
Yeah, 2 hours, that's a long surf for me. Hopefully the fitness, you know, can hold up.
Yeah, you know, all the technology in the world, but they're all saying different things.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna get waves for sure. Right, no more phone crap, let's go.
Let's just go surf some reforms.
so scared.
More people are probably gonna come out surfing, so maybe I should go out right now before they come.
After the break, we get into where our rivals contenders finished. Welcome back to Rivals. Let's hear from head Olympic judge Glenn Elliott.
Yeah, Rivals Season 2 was amazing to see the performance levels of all the girls. One of the special things about judging Rivals is that the athletes get to choose the waves themselves, and that puts a lot of onus back on them, and also when they decide to surf. For me, that's a special sort of ingredient that makes the Rivals recipe a success. Yeah, well, the three of us come together. We've got Stace Galbraith and we've also got Tori Gilkison. We work closely together in reviewing the film clips and then deciding what the performance levels, and based off the performance levels in the waves that they selected, we came up with the scores. Another judging aspect was also bringing in the viewers and allowing them to judge, and they have a say in the overall outcome and results. All of the ladies that competed in Rivals Season 2 are successful in their own right now. They've gone on after their professional careers to become successful businesswomen, gone on to be coaches and mentors, and also being mothers and providing the next generation of rippers for our sport. And that's just an amazing thing.
You've got the judging dialed. Here's how the women finished. In 8th place, the half-centurion, Season 2's most senior competitor, Rochelle Ballard.
Holy crap, I can't believe Rochelle's 50 years old. That's just weird. That is just weird. That does not make any sense to me whatsoever. If I can look as good as you, Roach, when I'm 50, I'll be stoked.
She has the distinct advantage of coming from Kauai. Perfect waves, heaving barrels. It's just a matter of whether she times it right.
In fact, Rochelle's timing couldn't have been worse. Her Rivals heat coincided with a landslide that cut off access to one of Kauai's premier waves. Then she almost died in a car accident after swerving to miss a wild ball. Talk about tough luck.
Yeah. Surfing my home breaks and always stoked to be in the water. I'm gonna keep surfing for as long as I can. Gonna make the most of it. Live well, be kind, and share aloha.
In 7th place, Sam Cornish must have had the synoptic chart upside down, picking a window in the midst of a catastrophic weather event that culminated in the East Coast's record-breaking floods.
I always had this dream that I wanted to surf a contest at my local break. A lot of people ride off the wave and say it's like a longboard wave.
I know Sam Cornish's home break is Crescent Head and it's a great longboard wave. So please, Sam, take a longboard out there and do your best.
A couple of the guys last year left it really late and they were kind of left with not the greatest conditions, and I definitely don't want to fall into that category. It's a bit of a tough call this morning. The forecast is not as good as what I hoped for. We've got a really bad weather system hanging around, and tomorrow there's some pretty severe thunderstorms and really heavy rain. Not exactly what I hoped for, you know, to try and win this thing.
As the saying goes, you get what you get and you don't get upset at Crescent Head. A tradesman never blames his tools, just as a surfer should never blame their synoptic chart.
Oh, what a day. Hard day in the office.
In 6th place, Bevo racked up a bevy of serious slabs, but the lack of successfully made barrels knocked her down a peg or two.
Every girl that I'm competing against has kicked my ass many, many times, and now I have a chance to kind of throw it back at them.
I feel like it's kind of thrown a spanner in the works though, because she's got a bit of an advantage with the wave quality and she's still ripping and she's a bit younger, so you know. But anyway, good luck, Claire.
Every time I look at her Instagram, she's getting like viral. Like, I think she's like spends all day in the barrel, you know?
2 hours, plenty of time. Yeah, hopefully get a couple of barrels and a couple of turns and come in safely.
An iconic tube shootout in the West and a worthy replacement for the Kauaian Core Lord Cone Fiend, Keala Kennelly. Claire absolutely sent it. Let's hear some tales from her tubular journey.
every wave is just, you have no idea, and that's why we love it. It's so exciting and nerve-wracking, and yeah, I'm just happy that I got a few, and the boys were out there with me and cheering me on and encouraging me, which gets me extra excited. I got everything in my hair, like seaweed, starfish, a bit of coral. I'll be feeling it tomorrow. Love it, love getting old.
In 5th place, the supreme Aussie style master and 2005 world champ, Chelsea Hedges.
Definite last-minute Larry opportunity here. Could definitely get skunked. So, yeah, got to be on it. That was sick.
So I would love to see Chelsea take on 6-foot Kira. Come on, Chelsea, you can do it. Just, you know, put your big girl shorts on and just throw yourself over the ledge. You've got the ability. Just pick your line, grab your rail, hold it. You'll get spat out every time. You'll win this thing easy.
She's on fire at the moment. She's surfing really good. So if it was coming down to just surfing, I'd probably say Chelsea.
She's definitely going to be one to watch, and, you know, she'd be a safe bet to win this for sure.
Always want to challenge myself a little bit and try and make people go, oh, wow, that wave was sick. Maybe I might be on it, maybe I won't. But that was a good wave.
Even with a jet ski stinking up the lineup, Chelsea couldn't find her diamond in the rough. Safe to say, however, age has not wearied her radical approach.
I don't know, you know, there's like a good swell. I'd rather do that, you know, get a bit rumbled and tumbled and go for it sort of thing rather than go and surf 2-foot beachy, you know what I mean? Yeah, got to ski, got to use it.
In 4th place, the perennial battler, Kate Wilkins, getting the wood in her inter-office rivalry with Chelsea Hedges.
I'll be the quiet achiever just at Pottsville hanging out, just, you know.
Little underdog dark horse Skaz. She knows the coast. She's from Angowrie way, and I reckon she's probably got some pretty good waves.
Lano back in the day would be saying, Skaz, don't use those fins, and it would rattle me for the whole comp. But I don't have Lane here, so I've just got to listen to myself.
With a clean 4-foot swell on the offing at Yamba, Kate put a world-class backside attack to work.
The anticipation of surfing a heat, even though it's not actually a heat, it's still got the adrenaline going, the nerves were there. I know I'm up against some amazing surfers, you know, rivals from back in the day. I want to give my best. Can't let them beat me. Well, they will probably, but that's okay. Did my best.
After the break, we reveal the final 3. Coming in at 3rd, the golden girl from the sunny coast, Serena Brook, who well played.
So let's pack them up. Come on, we got to pack because I've got to get in the water. Painting, shirts, and you're all set. I'll put you in some chips and snacks as well. You all ready to go? Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Kids gone. I haven't been in the water much at all, to be honest. It's been a real juggle. It's definitely a different life with kids going surfing as opposed to before kids.
I feel like Noosa only breaks really well, like a couple of times a year, so it's going to be touch and go for Saucy.
You're not going to win this thing on cutbacks, so yeah.
Oh, sunshine, yes. So rainy lately. It's been hectic. So I'm just happy to see some sun and some glassy waves. Oh! What? Did you see that?
What they lacked in punch, they made up for in perfect shape. Serena Brook putting on an absolute high-performance clinic.
Rivals heat's done. I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm feeling like should have got out there earlier.
Ah yes, it's a saying as old as surf wax itself. Should have been here earlier, mate. And then there was 2. The 7-time world champ, all-time Australian sporting legend and World Masters champion Lane Beachley at 49 years young. At 11 years her junior is her old Peruvian foe, the 2004 world champ, two-time ISA world champ, and first ever surfing Olympian, Sofia Milanovic. Who's gonna get the Rivals gong?
You definitely can't count Lane out.
Lane has 6 world titles. She is competitive.
Lane, she will be just as competitive as she probably was when we were doing the tour.
Oh, gosh, Sofia was a force to be reckoned with, especially on her backhand because of the amount of left-handers in Peru, and she just rips the bag out of them.
So don't go cheating. You gotta stay close to home. It's gonna be senoritas. You're not getting world-class lefts.
She's got a perfect left-hand point break, like literally looking out of her window from her room.
I remember when Sofia first came on tour and the girls started warning her that they basically said, listen, if Lane wants to speak to you in the water, tell her to f off. And of course, I went up and had a chat to her and she's like putting her back and shoulder to me. I was like, what's your problem, Gromit? Why are you being so disrespectful to your elders?
Under a cloud of heavy COVID restrictions in one of the world's worst affected countries, Peru's Sofia Milanovic put it all in the background to put on a backside clinic with plenty of pizzazz.
Señoritas is a point break. It's a left-hander, rock bottom. It has a lot of punch to it, a lot of like force to it, so that's good. There's like a couple sections. There's one closer to the beach and there's one at the back. I'll see what happens. I have 2 hours, so I have plenty of time to try and find out what's the best spot to see that, and we'll see.
Heaps of energy and tons of fun in the approach of Latin America's first ever surfing world champion. At 38 years old, she's still got plenty of energy and put on a real solid performance with plenty of sparkle and critical manoeuvres. Backside surfing as good as you'll really see.
I usually surf less than 2 hours. Usually surf like an hour and a half, an hour and 10 minutes. So I haven't surfed 2 hours for a while, but it feels good. I'm gonna be tired all day.
Morning! It's cold, it's windy, it's overcast. Send the chicks out.
Back in episode 1, Lane got the Rivals season underway with a bang. The 49-year-old 7-time world champ put on a display of quick twitch beach break shredding that still stands up against the world's best today.
Well, it's looking clean, a little wobblier than yesterday, but there's still some swell out there. From the looks of the crowd, how they're sitting, it looks like the bank's still here in the corner, which is showing good signs.
No doubt, Leno would have been cracking it, of course, 10 turns to the beach, for sure.
She won a world title without winning a single event, and she's just missed consistency, huh?
My body can't handle 2 hours of surfing. I'm so exhausted, I'm shaking. I thought I was shaking from nerves, but no, I'm shaking from exhaustion. No excuses. It's what happens when you get closer to 50.
While the conditions weren't all time, the judges and the public saw plenty to like in Lane's performance. The gritty 7-time world champ surfed with all the style, poise and tenacity that netted her one of the most extensive trophy collections in human history. Can she add one more?
So if I win Rivals, I'm going to just have to move my 7th world title a little to the left and just put it right there because it will stand proudly with a world title trophy. Right there.
After the break, let's see who takes home the Rivals trophy. 8 surfers, 2 months, floods, pandemics, wild boars, landslides, flipped cars, torn labrums, severe skunkings, jet ski shenanigans, shocky jockeying, backside hack attacks, and beach break beltathons, all boiling down to this. Our first ever female champion of Rivals is...
¿Qué es eso? No, ¿de verdad? ¡Qué chévere! ¿De verdad? ¡Qué bacán! ¿De verdad? ¡Ay, no lo puedo cargar! ¡Qué bacán! ¡Ay, qué chévere! ¿De verdad? ¡Uy, grandazo aparte!
It feels amazing to be the first female to win rival series. I never expected it to win it, you know, so I'm super, super happy. All the girls were surfing really good. You know, they're all amazing, talented surfers. Nice! Yee-hee-hee, I got the win! Yay! This is such a beautiful contest. Brings back really good memories, and it's good to share this experience with all these girls. You know, I really love them. I miss them. And yeah, they were really competitive. I'm like, oh my God, these girls are really competitive. I should have been like a little bit more cocky in my interview, you know? Like I should have been more like, yeah, it's my win, I wanna win, or you know? Now it feels even better to have won this thing, you know, after watching those instructions. So yeah, I'm really happy. And these girls are not only my rivals, but they're like, you know, my sisters I grew up with, you know, like I really love all of them. Such an honor, you know, these girls are amazing surfers, and kind of want to go back on tour with them and surf again. The morning of the shoot, the waves were looking really bad. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. You know, it's fine. You know, I don't think I'm gonna win this thing anyway. And suddenly it started getting fun, you know, and good. So, yeah, thanks, señoritas, you know, for giving me those waves that were able to, you know, to give me a couple turns that was able to win. After the Olympics, I haven't been competing that much, but you know, when I know of a contest that I like and I like the wave, I'm gonna start training again and maybe do it, you know. But no pressure, no expectations. I don't really have a schedule or a plan, you know. It just goes day by day and see what happens. This is a really good last one for sure. And being able to compete with all those girls that I admire and I competed with, it makes it extra special. I wish they were all up here, you know, so we can have some champagne or something. Wow, mi rey, ¿has visto? Ah, para ti. Oh. Ya, está tuyo, es tuyo, es tuyo. Yeah, girls, the trophy stays in Peru.
It had it all. What a series it was. Join myself, Simivi, and my loyal co-host Vaughn Rinsed Corn Dead next time.